Hello and good morning, ladies. Good morning to all of our audience for tuning in today on our live Facebook page. Welcome to the live webinar, Women and Leadership Roundtable, How to Choose the Right Career Path and Become a Leader in Your Field, brought to you by the Women's Committee of the American Chamber of Commerce, and also by our wonderful sponsored members, the Adam, where we're having this beautiful setting, Mango Tango Asia for all of our technical support and the live stream, and the Courtyard by Marriott Phnom Penh for the wonderful pastry this morning. So thank you very much to all of our sponsors. First, I want to say thank you so much, ladies, for coming in today, and also to our guests that are tuning in with us this morning. Please do say hello in the comment section, and we welcome your feedback and questions as well. We will be addressing those at the end of the show. I'd like to give a brief introduction about the American Chamber of Commerce before we start our show. This year, the American Chamber of Commerce is celebrating our 25th year anniversary in Cambodia. We have more than 150 members to date. As we are growing as a chamber, we continue to look for ways to collaborate, promote, and advocate interests of the members. At the beginning of 2021, AmCham signed a joint work plan with the U.S. Embassy Phnom Penh, which was created to align on the shared goals of supporting U.S. companies trading and investing in Cambodia, strengthening the country's business climate, and advancing U.S.-Cambodia economic ties. One of the 4 pillars of the joint work plan is supporting Cambodia's female business in Cambodia in the community. Both AmCham and the embassies are working to increase awareness and helping to address gender disparities faced by Cambodia's women businesses. AmCham Women's Committee focus on the unique challenges that face women in business and organize events and other activities such as these to foster a supportive, inclusive environment to help them succeed. The AmCham Women's Committee is designed to be inclusive of everyone who wants to contribute to this mission. We currently have more than 50 members in our women's group from all different backgrounds and industries. The Women's Committee is vital to the promotion of the business community in Cambodia and remains one of the Chamber's top priorities. Please do reach out to AmCham office if you're interested in joining as a member and become a participant in the many different groups and activities that we have going on. Okay, so we will now take a few minutes to do a quick introduction. Just want to say hello to everyone. My name is Kim Tan, and I have 20 years of working experiences in various industries in the US and in Cambodia. Majority of my career was in the financial industry as a digital payments expertise for the bank. As I've moved up in my career, taking on higher roles such as VP and CEO, I have become more versatile and a huge advocate when it comes to developing people in the organization so they can help contribute at a higher level. At the moment, I'm actually taking on a couple of assignments or role. I'm supporting one of the education technology companies startup in Cambodia called Salatech for growth strategy planning. Salatech is the first digital platform to offer students access to higher education through partnership with universities. We also offer career advice as well as giving students access to financial services with our banking partners. And the vision is to enrich the students' journey. I'm also taking on a coaching role as the vision is to help Cambodian professionals develop skills and personality gap which allow them to step up and step out to become leaders for tomorrow in Cambodia. Last but not least, I am on the board with American Chamber of Commerce as treasurer and chair of the Women's Committee. So thank you so much and welcome again to our show. I'm super excited and delighted to have all the females here, including Bong Ratha on via Zoom with us here today. Today this is a fantastic show because as you can see, we have all female from many different sectors and in different roles and varying in age as well. So we're hoping that through the show, we can give audience some insights through your personal journey and also any knowledge that you can share with the audience, especially the younger audience for us, okay? Okay, we can start with Bong Thida.
My name is Thida. I'm from ACE, Australian Centre for Education. I work as a campus manager there. So a little bit of me about me. I finished my master degree of education in the US. I came back to Cambodia, and then I became university lecturer, a teacher trainer for about 5.5 years, and then I moved up to be a manager, and I moved to ACE, and then I've been at ACE as a manager for over 6 years now. Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you.
My name is Srimau. I'm working at Wing Bank, and related to my experience, I've been working with many companies like telecompany, insurance, and hospital, and other company too. And also I have a passion on working with the community. I have my preschool for children, and we offer a language class and classical dancing class during the weekend. And I really like working with the young people and encourage them to pursue a university degree, and also join the volunteer to help in their community too. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you and welcome.
Hello everyone. My name is Nitika. I'm a lawyer registered with the Bar Association of the Kingdom of Cambodia, and I'm also an associate at Tilaki and Gibbon. And I'm also lecturing at the University of the Royal University of Law and Science and Economics in Phnom Penh. And also, I'm passionate in working in different associations, and especially I'm working with Salatraju. It's a legal association promoting legal education to our Cambodian people. And also, I'm a delegate of the French community, which means that I'm also a French alumni student. I did my master degree in France. That's for me. Thanks.
Thank you. Welcome.
My name is Pisay. I am the CEO and co-founder of the Khmer Organic Cooperative Company. It is the social enterprise promoting organic agriculture, organic farming in Cambodia, and also working alongside with a smallholder farmer in Cambodia, promoting the organic market development locally, and also bring our organic products and produce to the global markets. A little bit about my background. I actually come from the business and financial management skill background. I hold my master degree in accounting and finance from Australia. I have been working with a number of multinational companies before I manage my own companies. At the moment, I enjoy doing my work. I hope that I can to somehow contribute and share some of my knowledge and experience to the audience of the AmCham, and contributing to the objective of the Women Committee of AmChams. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Welcome.
My name is Lenin. I'm a young and enthusiastic leader with a diverse background in finance, business processing outsource, sales and marketing departments, also public relations. I finished my degree in mass communications at one of the top universities in the city, which is West Visayas State University. And I am representing Mega Asset Management and OCIC, Overseas Cambodia Investment Corporation. Some of our notable businesses in Cambodia are like Diamond, Satellite City. We have Cherchungva Satellite City coming up. We have Maria City coming up. We are also the group behind Olympia City with brands like various hotels, Olympia by Dara Hotel, Olympia City Hotel by Dara, Olympia Medical Hub, and so on. And I'm heading the marketing and creative department, and I'm so honored and humbled to be one of the key speakers for today's Women's Roundtable talk, and I am very hopeful that I could strike a chord to those young women that are aiming and aspiring a role in leadership. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Last but not least, Bangratha.
Thank you so much. Good morning to all the audience and good morning to all the guest speakers, the beautiful guest speaker today. My name is Chiratha. I'm the founder and CEO of AmCham Technology, which is the technology service provider that specializes in e-commerce. And I'm also the founder of AmCham, which is a multi-marketplace, multi-vendor marketplace that help local product and also emphasize on women-led businesses. And we focus on digital marketing and helping them get access to finance with our collateral. We are launching a project initiative in October 28. We call it VQ, Women Entrepreneur Capacity Upgrade Toward Digital Economy. This is the project initiative that we co-organizing with CWA and with MISTI to onboarding 400 women entrepreneurs and get access to finance with our collateral with our partner AmCham, Accreda, and SME Bank. And I'm also the advisor of National Council of Science, Technology, and Innovation, and also VP of CWA and VP of Cambodia Digital Technology Association. Thank you. Very happy to be here, and thank you, Kim, for organizing this event. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. And we look forward to having more discussions with you as well, okay, as one of the panelists. So once again, thank you all for being here today. As we discuss regarding this live webinar, Women and Leadership Roundtable, How to Choose Your Career and Become a Leader in Your Field, I'm excited for you to share your journey with us. This is really an exciting time, and specifically now, and the reason why I said that is because 12th graders that are graduating high school are taking their final exams in the next upcoming months. And so this is where I think they will also start to think about what major they're going to be majoring, what career path they're thinking about taking. And then there's also our university students who are graduating now, right? Taking their final exam as well, but going into the workplace. So, of course, they would also be certainly thinking about the career type and the industry that they want to work. So having 6 amazing speakers coming from all different industries, all in different roles, now is the perfect time to have this type of show. Again, to share about your industry, your knowledge, and the roles that you do in your company and in your business. So I prepared some questions for us, but I am hoping, Bangratha as well, that as we have more of a discussion, please feel free to pitch in and share any advice, any additional information that you would like. Okay. And then again, to our audience, if you have any questions or comments, please drop it in the comment box on our live Facebook page, and we can actually stop our show to answer some of those questions for you throughout the show, and also at the end of the show, we have some time dedicated for that. Okay, wonderful. The first question I have is, how would you describe your journey up to now with your career path? And I'd like for Lennon to take on that question.
Thank you so much, Kim, for that question. Well, for me, it has been very challenging yet very fulfilling especially me being an expat here in Cambodia. I started off without the community. I started off without knowing someone. I started off without a support system, without a backer per se. And being someone in my field, I need to have that relationship, so I don't have that. So I'm very proud that I did not deny myself with opportunities, and I did not take on fear when I decided to take on a venture of a career here in Cambodia. So I think that it's a testament, especially for young women out there, that opportunities are limitless. it's limitless, it's out there. For as long as you muster up the courage to listen to what your heart really tells you. And throughout this journey, I think that my takeaway is that all the turmoils, all the challenges, and all the victories are roadblocks of who I am now. I'm an unfinished product. I'm still learning. I'm still experiencing, and I'm still growing.
Very well said, and thank you when we speak about courage.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
A lot of time what's holding us back from going for what we want is having the courage to say that yes, I can do it, yes, this is my passion and this is something that I can pursue. So thank you for sharing that with us. Mongtida?
Thank you for the question, Kim. So, okay. So how I describe my career path. So I started, as well, I wanted to be an English teacher only, but then I aimed for to teach at the university. I accomplished that goal. After some time, I feel like I needed to get out of my comfort zone at that time and step up. So I took the challenge. I took the opportunity to be a middle manager. I didn't have the management skill back then, other than the teaching methodology and the technical knowledge that I got. But I learned throughout my journey with all the support that I got from my supervisor and support from the people I work with. So I still enjoy the journey, and I know that I have contributed a lot to people I have worked with, but I have also learned from them, and more to go.
Yeah.
In my journey.
Very good. And you stayed in the industry.
Yes.
Yes, is education.
Yes.
May I ask what kind of kept you to continue to pursue within that industry as you move up?
I still like education. My passion is in education, in training up young people, or training up teachers, and building more human resource for the society. So I feel like if I take up the challenge, if I move further in the career ladder, I'm gonna stick with the education field.
Okay, very good, very good. Thank you so much for that. So how have you decided, Nikita?
Nitika.
How have you decided this is the right role or industry for you when you were thinking about going into law?
Yeah, actually, I was very passionate with law since I was at very young age.
Okay.
I can say that maybe I got inspired from my dad, who is a lawyer. And even when I was in primary school, like not very young, but I was like 12 or 13, and I remember that I learned to type the computer. At that time, not everyone know how to type computer in Cambodia, right? And then I learned it, and I had my aunt who know English at that time. Not everyone in Cambodia speak English as well. And then in my family, I can say my parents, although they don't speak English, but they encourage every kid, like my brother and sister, to go to learn English and then computer at that time. And I say, okay, I had my dad to type the complaint letter to file at the court. And I feel like, wow, it's like in Khmer. And then I was very passionate each time he had client to visit him at home, and I was sitting down and type the complaint letter, and then the client asked me when I was a kid, I was like, how much would you charge for that? I was like, oh my God, I just have my dad. I consider it as a housework, helping your parent is very common. It made me happy. And then I say, whatever you give me, I would be happy to have. It's my dad's work, so I help him. And then I learned that, okay, lawyering, if you become a lawyer, you have people to file complaint at the court, defend them at the court. That's all I know when I was at my very young age. And then when I decided after graduating from high school, I learned that, okay, I really love law so much. Whenever people ask me, I know that I wanted to be a lawyer. And then I continue my legal path with the University of Law in Phnom Penh. So actually I came from Battambang, where is my hometown, and then I started my first adventure, like my my first adventure in Cambodia is to move out from my hometown and to live in Phnom Penh. And then it's already my adventure. And then it was very new, like to live in the city life. And then I went to Royal University of Law and Economics. And then I chose the French bachelor degree. And then I always stick with French language. And then I got a scholarship to France for my master degree. And when I came back, I saw many different opportunities, and I got chance to work in different law firms, including French law firm, and then Thai law firm and global law firm in Bangkok before coming back to Cambodia. So even now, I'm still happy with the legal work that I'm doing, and I know myself that I'm always learning from different outlets of law, even when I'm working as a lawyer.
Very, very good. Thank you when you talk about being inspired at a very young age and really pursuing that, you know, as you get older and taking on as a passion, and then it becomes your work. I think that when your work becomes a passion, it's no longer work, and you just enjoy it.
Right.
So thank you for sharing your story with us. That was very nice of you. Bong Pisay, running your own company now. So what have been your journey to where you are today, and what have made you decided that being in agriculture was the business that you want to get into?
I would say let's start from my decision made before I decided what skill I should pursue. Back then, when I finished high school, my mom actually wanted me to do pharmacy, because my mom, she's a medical doctor, and my brother, the only brother I have, he's also studying medical back then. So it's like as a compliment, we want to do the pharmacy business because we also have a pharmacy back then. So my mom said, you go to study pharmacy, it's the best. So I said, no, push back. I want to do business. So I go to a business school. Back then they call that back in 1991, it's like 28 years, 30 years ago. So I chose myself to go for the business school. So then I had to decide that which field should I go. I go for accounting, marketing.
You went to everything.
I actually go across. I was an accountant. I started as an accountant. During my university time, I started to do a job as accountant already. So after the university, I have moved into work with a multinational company, Shell Cambodia back then, when Shell Petroleum was still working in Cambodia. Then I moved on to sharpen my skill to the next level, because I aim that if I decided to choose that skill, I have to become a competent somebody. So I looking into sharpen my competency skill. But I didn't drop off my original idea. I want to do business. But I have moved on a number of organizations before I start doing my own business. But somehow I do have my family business along the way. So I chose to do the agriculture business because I like and want to promote the organic farming in Cambodia. I see the opportunity that we have, the opportunity, the chance that we can grow organically, while in our neighboring country and other country they have less chance, less resource. We have plenty of resource to do it, and I like to make it possible. So I'm moving into using my business and financial management skill to bring our family business to the next level. I like to scale up. So that's how it is.
Very good. Yeah, thank you so much. You know, touching on a little bit on agriculture, when we talk about agriculture, what comes to mind for a lot of people is farming, you know, or becoming a farmer. And a lot of students now, a lot of young people now going to school, that's not really top of mind, is to pursue anything in agriculture sector. But of course, owning your own business is one of them. But even in the majors that you have expertise in, accounting, finance, that could also be in the same industry, in supporting that industry. But understanding that in agriculture sector, you are wanting to take a very old tradition industry that are known for low labor work into something on a higher skill. But even when we talk about organic, we're talking about the products that could be produced in Cambodia and making that be a competitive edge for the nation. Because as you stated, where we have neighboring countries where the natural resources doesn't really support organic products, and we have the natural resources to do that. So again, I really think it goes back to having the passion for that particular industry. To say, hey, this is the industry that I want to support, and how can I support that? Whether you open your own business or whether you take on a different role, but with your specialty and expertise such as accounting, finance, marketing, whatever your expertise might be, if you have a passion to support and promote that particular industry, I think that can go very, very far. So thank you so much, and you are supporting a lot of people with your business.
With the, quite a huge number of the farmer and cooperative throughout Cambodia.
Yeah. So thank you very much for that.
Let me just add into it. It's a very courageous career move. Because imagine coming from a family of medical doctors in the field of medicine, whereby I feel like growing up, it might feel like a pressure for you already that they're waiting for you. The expectations for you is to become the next, physicist, to be the next doctor. But here you are. You listen to what you feel like is right for you, and you can never go wrong with that. And see now, you're running your own company across Cambodia, and I think that that's something that young and our students need to know. We do not let others decide for what we really want. Yeah, we'll listen, we take their advice, but at the end of the day, let me quote Selena Gomez. Your heart wants what it wants. So
I follow my
yeah, be mindful. So you have to set the balance between the mind and the brain. So just listen to what you really feel like you're passionate about, because you can never go wrong with that. So imagine, I think that if you follow the pressure of being in the medical field, I feel like probably you might not being able to, this build of a business, of a company that you have right now. But the courage that you take on, see it it's just.
I would say this, once we decide to move on something, we have to bring it, have to make it possible, make it to accomplish it, and don't look back.
Exactly.
Say, if I decided to follow my mom's wish to be a pharmacist, I could also do something. Probably I turn out to be something else. But since I decided to go to a business skill and want to do business, I don't regret it.
Yes, exactly.
So I just moving forward.
Yeah.
So set the goals, and then the thing is, once I would say that just repeat again. It's important that you know what you want,
exactly,
and you will make it possible, and you want to go further and further by drilling further, so that you become a specialized or become competent in what you are doing.
Exactly.
Saying small and feeling very
Yes,
related
right.
actually. To get to know you, who you are, what you want to do, and put your all, and then you will have no regret after all.
Exactly. Yes.
Very good. Thank you so much. No, that's okay. Okay. So there's quite a few of us here who's been in the industry for 10 plus years, doing what we love to do, doing what we want to do here. I'm going to turn this over to Bong Rata, that's on our Zoom call with us. You have been doing in your industry for, I believe, more than 10 years now. What are some of the factors that have kept you, waking up in the morning and saying, "Hey, I'm excited to go to work. I'm excited to start working, supporting people, especially the initiative that you have upcoming as well." So, what have kept you in this industry, the technology
Thank you so much
and digital
for
industry?
Yeah, thank you for the question. For me, I love to solve other people's problem using technology. So it's a part of me that every day I wake up, I be able to solve someone else's problem, especially this woman problem with technology. That is my core motivation, right? That's the most challenging for me. That teaching women to learn technology, teaching women to use the app to place an order. That is the most challenging part for me that I encounter every day. But this is something that I always want to do, and I want every day. I asking our vendor, asking our customer, how do I improve the app to make it easier? How to use it, the order. So every day we innovating the phone eShop app to make it easy for our consumer to use. So in the next release, we will come up with a new feature that be able to place order faster and stuff. And also, like for our vendor, one of the most challenging part for our vendor is to remove the background from when taking picture. So we implement it in the app also to automatically remove the background, so it will look very professional already. So this is something that I do every day to reinventing the technology to make it easier. So also for me is provide the technology to the SME, corporation, government alike. As we know that collaboration work play a pivotal role in the knowledge sharing, particularly important for the multidisciplinary country, knowledge sharing and innovation and development work. So be able to partner with non-profit organizations such as UNCDF, such as CWA, and our government to make this to a larger scale. This is very motivating for me every day. And also, I would like to share 3E to the young students out there that they are wanting to approach in getting the career path. As one, Pisay also mentioned also like working to sharpen your idea, right? For me, the 3E is, the first one is empower. So empowerment is to empower yourself. You don't need to let other people to empower you. You are the role model of yourself. If you if you're losing that ability to trust yourself, to pursue your dream and be the fan of yourself, you will lose your admiration. So this, no need to find a role model. Be yourself, right? Empower yourself. That's my first E. And the second E is equip yourself with the skill, technology, and be the expert in your field, so that the people will give you value and on your expertise, right? Number 3E is the engage, meaning that you have to engage yourself in the field that you like. Do internship while you are a student. Don't wait until you graduate to do internship, so that you understand that you go in that field, you like it or not, right? Don't wait. Engage yourself in the field that you like. That's all my sharing today. Thank you.
Thank you, Mamata. Wow, that was very, very amazing. The 3 E's. I will take that back. And also, I wanted to pose this question to Saimao as well. you know, you've been in the industry, in the banking industry for about 10 years now, and at the moment being the digital, the senior manager for digital payments for Wing Bank. So what are some of the factors that have kept you in this particular industry for this long?
Yes, Vâng, thank you. There are many sectors that keep me working on that field. First, because I'm doing every day on my skill now. I'm graduate from marketing, but mostly I involve all sales part. That my nature is I'm really friendly to meet people, talking to people, and especially I would like to share them for the technology that we can help them to develop on their business. So from my current role, my company, they offer me a lot of rule to responsible. I move up from which department to the other department, but mostly it's on the new service and new product that I go to teach my client and encourage them to the market, and especially I'm doing on the e-commerce side. And before in our Cambodian, we done like many know about e-commerce, what e-commerce, and so it's very difficult to persuade them to move from the traditional business to like e-commerce on e-commerce side. But even it have a lot of challenge because I'm passionate about it, and I always imagine that one day also our country will become developing like the other country, and e-commerce will be very popular for our people, and they can create a lot of easy way or job by selling their product and everything on our platform. So we have been develop a lot of service to support even small business. Now we have like Wing Mall, and also we have to collect the money from for our supplier. So it's very convenient for them, because if they handle cash, they have a lot of risk, and sometimes the business is a little bit slow. So my what I'm doing on my role, so I try to solve all that problem, and then also can help the business women to develop their business to get more profit by using my service. And I've been trying every new service from my company. Before I'm doing as a regional sales, so I need to meet and persuade people to sign up, become a Wing agent. So that part, I think Wing agent now contribute and help a lot of to our society, because most of our Wing agent is a woman. So we have a woman around more than 1,000 family that they can work at home, and then also can make the profit to support their family.
So before they were like former housewife.
Yes. So that encouraged me a lot to work on that. So after Wing very public to the our country, and then I have another chance to bring a new product and service by changing from the regional sale to as a Wing to work on the new template as a Wing e-commerce online that I responsible for payment. So I have to persuade our merchant again that mostly they only selling on the shop, and then try to persuade them, oh, you should have like website or app, and then you put all the product to that you can get all the customer not only in your location but also from the other side and from the other province, so you can make more profit from your business. And then first time it's very hard to make them understand about that. But from my starting, because I start the e-commerce with Wing from the beginning, up till now, it's increased a lot. So I'm very proud of what I'm doing, and I'm also the first one who bring the sale, first one who bring the POS, the post, because last time we only used like phone to do the Wing casting process, but now we have a post that in that post machine, firstly we need to deposit and sell the phone card only, but when we combine together, it's very convenient for people, and they no need to like sell phone top up by scratch card, but they can do from that post, and now it's also everybody accept on that. So I think from my what I'm doing from each service, it's really motivate me, because I think that I contribute something to my society, and especially now Wing also have many programs that also support to women. Yeah, we have a small loan, like SME loan for women to start, and we also working with women bank. So for me as the employee and staff there, I also have many opportunity to learn, and I learn every new thing that company provide me, and also I'm really proud to be a Wing staff, because I think
we can tell.
Now we contribute a lot also to our society. We have a new product we call Wing Mall. So during the COVID time, as you see, we are very I mean all the merchant seller at the local at the location, they close. Market need to close, so where they can get profit. So it's very stressful for them. So when we have our new template Wing Mall, so they can put everything on that, and we also have our delivery that people can order, and we free service for our customers.
Very good. Very good. I'm so glad that Wing is a member of AmCham, because this is a lot of advertising for Wing here. So very, very good. Thank you so much. I have to say, as you were talking, that between your insights and your knowledge and information and Bangladesh, I do see an alignment and a passion to help out.
Yes.
And the fact that you're both in digital, you know, truly is not just about expanding your own business, right? How do I get more customers? It's really, now we're talking about how do we bring technology to the people of Cambodia. And there's been a lot of conversations around, you know, this was going to happen anyways with digital, but COVID-19 had really accelerated the needs for all of us to be able to leverage technology, using digital technology to help us survive, you know, in our own businesses. And, you know, even as large as Wing, right? Need to start thinking ways to help out their customers, which are majority of them are the merchants. And you are correct. And then Bangladesh too, thank you so much for what you do, because I think that although we, you know, as a business owner, we strive for profit, but there are some components to what you're doing that is truly to empower women. You know, I read somewhere where I think more than 80%, maybe even 90% now of Wing agents are female. To be able to empower them and go as far as educating them on how to use an app. You know, now you can't just rely on people walking into your shop anymore because of COVID-19, and a lot of people are now used to being able to access everything on their phone. So I'm so thankful to be able to hear all of this coming from you. There certainly is a passion, Bangladesh, for you as a business owner, and then Sri Mao as an employee for Wing. That two different roles, two different businesses, but really a passion to help.
I'd like to add a little bit from what Sri Mao and Ratha were saying earlier. It is important that every one of us know what you are doing, know what you want, and be more open, positive, looking forward,
Yeah.
willing to learn, happy to learn, be
Yeah.
more creative and innovative. That keep think what you are doing to enrich your skill, enrich your potentials.
Yeah.
Yes. So I want to, yeah, yeah. In order to do like work, get a very good result, we do by our passion and don't fear it. I mean, for me, I always would like to try a new thing, and you know, I'm working in sales part. Normally, it's a man, but I think that I can do it, and because I like meeting with the different people, and so I asked my boss that okay, I can take this if it a new service or product, I will bring it to the market, and I believe that I can do it. So that's why I go to handle for the online e-commerce. So I changed from I stayed for a long time at Wing, so more than 7 years, but I changed the rule. Yeah. So when I see the challenge like the new product is very challenge for us in order to bring to the market, I said, okay, I will take it, because when I go there I can learn something new, and then because I do what I love, I don't fear with any the issue or challenge, because I can over it. But if you do something that you don't like, you will feel boring, and you just do very like just one day for one day, so you don't get anything, you waste your time. So try to find our passion and what we really want to do, and then we can do it very good and get very excellent, that we can also contribute to our society too. Yeah.
That's a very important point.
Yeah.
And also she's Sreema taking a lot of own initiative and being proactive. That's very important. That's how I see it.
Thank you.
And that's why she is, you know, sitting here with us as one of the leaders, young leaders of Cambodia. And your insights are valuable for our younger generations that are wondering, how do I become, you know, a manager for some, you know, a company like Wing, right? And you've shown the way. So
thank you.
so thank you so much. Actually, I have some questions from the audience. Maybe we can take this. Lum Snan, my question is, what should the woman have before starting their journey or business?
I can take it. You decided what you want to base, what you like, and you look into your talent and skill. Whether you actually what you like actually are in line with your talent and skill. Then you will, if it match, and then you pursue it. That's how it is.
Can I add it? It's just, I agree with you, Bong. I just say get to know yourself, what you want to do, as you said, and then give it a try. Like you gather all the information and all the relevant knowledge that you may need for starting your business. Because actually, I'm managing my law firm as well, and I think just give it a try, and then you will know, and you learn during the journey. It is not magical to get all the best information before starting. Just give it a try and keep learning. When you're working, it doesn't mean that you stop learning, actually. That's what I learned from myself. Maybe I was like in a very fairy tale mode. Okay, I graduate and then everything is finished for school. But actually it's not. I have been working for 3 years, 5 years to be exact, and then I keep learning every day. So
Yes, let me just add into it. I think young generations right now, they're very idealistic. That before they even try onto something, there's already a lot of what ifs. What if I'm gonna fail? What if I'm gonna not make it? What if it's not gonna work? But what if it's gonna work? So I think that one thing that they have to consider and look into as well is to first to have the courage to fail and to learn and to move forward. So just try it, like shoot the shot, be committed, show up, and if it's gonna fail, so what? It's never too late to set another target. So yeah, just have the courage and accept that things might not always gonna go as how we planned it, but picking up yourself and starting over again, it's what matters. So
Yeah. So I just would like to add up a little bit. Sometimes we don't know what we would like to do, what is our passion, but it's normal, I think, for everybody. Sometimes even we already graduate or get a job already, but we define that, oh, it's not what I want. So we can start another, like second.
exactly.
Second. So what is skill? You need to find the second skill that you love. So even you do the current job that you work, but you have another second skill that you love and you do it very well. So it can reduce our stress too. And also don't feel like, oh, now I'm like too late already because I graduate. I cannot change what I'm doing now. I need to follow because I already studied at university too late. But no, we always can start a new thing. But just listen to our heart, what we really want. Even in like United States, even they are very developed country, but still have 50% that they still do the job that they don't love. But they have the second job to do. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
Okay, so that was a very interesting question. Thank you so much, Lom. Okay, and then the second question we have from the audience is, have you ever wanted to give up your career? If no, what made you continue until now?
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone wants to take, or I can go with it. I feel very connected with that question. No, because actually, when I graduated from my law school, my master's degree in France, and then I started to do many different fields from law, in law, because we have. I personally have that fairy tale that being a lawyer is mean that you have to go to school, to court every day, but it is not the case, because I personally, I knew since I was young that I wanted to be a lawyer, and then I had that fairy tale that, okay, being a lawyer, going to court, defend your client in front of the judge, and only to the court every day. But and then when I graduated, I had an opportunity to work in a French law firm, and I work in the criminal commercial law, which is very new. It's cyber security, cyber criminal commercial related law, and it changed my perspective. Even I wanted to be a lawyer, but I get a new perspective that I can try different field of being a lawyer, and then I keep changing because I wanted to know what I really wanted to do. And then from criminal commercial law related in a law firm, I changed to immigration law in another different law firm, because I wanted to explore different fields to make sure that I can take the job. I really wanted to be a lawyer back to Cambodia, and I know what different field that lawyer can do. And then I tried different things, and then I kept learning. I applied for exchange program, even when I graduated, because I wanted to learn from a senator back then, because they have like, it's not really related to what I wanted to be a lawyer, right? And then I went to an exchange program for a couple of weeks, and then back then I worked in a university to assist the master program in my former university rule, and then I worked in embassy. I worked in French embassy to know, okay, that was a great opportunity to learn from different fields, but at the end of the day, I know that what I wanted to do, or maybe I would love to keep in touch with, keep myself stick with. And then the recent year, I decided, and I knew myself that, okay, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to be a lawyer, but not the lawyer who go to the court every day. So I can start with my commercial and corporate field. And I think that maybe for those who want to be a lawyer but who don't really like litigation, or who don't want to go to the court every day, it's very open field. If you want to be a lawyer, you can try different field. and that's kept me motivated. And in corporate and commercial matter that I'm assisting every day, I had a chance to meet new legal question, and I have different company and investor, including local investor like startup company and foreign investor, and I'm really excited, and it keeps me happy with my work as a commercial lawyer every day.
Very good.
Let me just add into it, girls. So I would say to the audience who posted a question that it's normal to feel demotivated. It's normal to feel tired. It's normal to feel unsupported at times, because we're just human beings, just like our cell phone. Imagine no matter how high tech we are, we always have our own batteries and we always get drained out. But what matters is we take a pause. We have to internalize.
Yeah.
Is this what I really wanted to do? If it really takes a toll on you, reassess yourself. Is this really what I wanted to do? If that is what you really, if the answer is yes, then take a good pause, because it will pass. It's just a phase. It's not permanent. But then if the answer is no, it's not, it's never, like what the girls have said earlier, it's never too late to set for a new goal, especially if it's really affecting you mentally, if it's really affecting you professionally, it's never too late to set new goals. But what I'm saying is that it's normal, even us girls in leadership, we always have this time that, oh my gosh, we feel like, oh, I don't want it, oops, I have bills, oops. But yeah, it's normal. But the thing is, just go back from the very beginning. Why did I took this job to begin with? What was the reason why I'm here? Is it something that I'm passionate about? So if it's yes, just give yourself more time. Look for something else. And also at the same time, us working girls, it's really, really a pressure as well. Because not only that we have to run a company, we also need to run a family.
Yeah.
So it's really a pressure on us girls. But don't forget to take a pause and to attend to your personal, spiritual, and physical needs as well.
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you.
I just would like to add a little bit. Yes, as an employee, we work, and then also we also have a lot of challenge that make us sometimes. Sometimes we think that is this the right place for me? But when you find that you do what you love, as you said already, and even you have a lot of challenge, but we need. One thing is to motivate ourselves.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it's very important because not our manager or line manager that they always come and motivate us. One hour finish, it's finished. But for ourselves, when we are this motivation, we need to motivate ourselves, and then I think it's very good for us to keep continue and develop ourselves. When we know that our cell is low energy, and then come back for a while to charge it, you need to find the place that you can know where you can charge your energy back and come back to your work. Yeah, and when you are very low, you need some people to motivate and talk, or you have the mentor and you share with them to find a way to go back to over that challenge. So and sometimes for me, if I'm very down, I go to do the meditation so I can keep calm myself and then come back to work again. Yeah.
I also found out this one really good temple, but it was in Siem Reap. It's in Siem Reap, and it's really my go-to place. If ever I feel down, and especially I don't have a family here, if ever I feel like I'm super drained, I always go to that temple. It's really, really good. It's Sister Stray, by the way. So yeah, it's really good. I feel like there's some sort of connection right there. It's really good. Just take a pause, meditate, and go back.
Yeah, I think everybody, they have their own goal. I mean, how long will you work in the company, or you want to be a staff, and when you would like to become like entrepreneur like her. So when you feel that you are ready to go that, because you have a lot of experience, let's do it and be the self-employed, or after you saving a lot, and then you can be like businessman or investor. So not mean that we working for the whole life, but it depends on us. We have a different goal each other. If you're ready to go, and then go like her.
I like to add a little bit. Actually, personal goal and the business goal is
Yeah.
quite similar. The step and the actions is quite similar. For personal goal, you got to set up your career development goal.
Yeah.
You know what you want. You, as you were saying, that you access yourself. You know yourself. You know what you want. You set your goal, and then you set your career development goal and career your self development plan. What skill set that you need, what skill and competency level that you will need. So you have to put yourself and learn those that your skill that you lack of. You expose yourself into a different field and different environments to learn and to build your competency. You can talk that to your manager, to your business owner, so that they can also align your own career development goal with the company goal and objective. So it have to be somewhat aligned. It could be some area that might not be aligned, but you may find to align it. As for the business, it's similar. You have to look at short-term goal and long-term goal, same things. And you got to come up with the milestone to reach short-term goal, and that the business plan to reach the long-term goal, the long-term business objective. Come up with the business action plan to reach those.
That's a really great advice. Is whether you're a business owner, and Maudata could maybe pitch in here afterward, whether you're a business owner or you're working for somebody, the best thing you could do for yourself is to establish a goal.
Yes.
And as you can hear throughout all the speakers, I think one of the things that makes you guys really great and really become an expertise is your passion and your desire to continue to learn. Yeah. So it doesn't matter when you start, where you start, what department you're in, but that desire to learn, the desire to go and learn into different within the same industry, but different sectors of the industry, right? And also moving from one department to the next department. It's that desire to learn and desire to grow. And I think that however many objectives and goals you have for yourself, that should really be one of your main goals, is to continue to grow yourself. But yes, thank you so much, because I think that we shouldn't lose sight of our own personal goal just because we have a business, or vice versa, right? So those two should always be somewhat aligned. If you own your own business, you have your own goal and you have your business, and it should align. If you're working for somebody, if you're working for a law firm, you have your own goal that should also align to the business goal. So I think understanding those two can really help you continue to be motivated to either continue doing the business that you're doing or continue to be the employee at the company that you're at. So thank you so much. That was very insightful. Maudata, as a business owner, I have a question here that I would like to share with you from Sreno San. My question is, should we start the business suddenly after graduated at the university, or should continue for, I believe this is a master's degree, first before starting the business?
Thank you for the question. Students right now that they are so excited about the startup spirit, right? I would recommend that you should work first, get the experience first before get involved and open a business, because you know that without experience, even though you learn master degree in school, it's just more of a theory, right? Theory is not the practical. So use your theory. You can work AmCham, right? She worked for Ring. She be able to use her idea to career path, right? And test it. If you jump to work, open up a business, you the very high percentage that you will fail, right? So my recommendation is to work and then use that experience to build your own business. Then you're ready that, okay, at a small company, what kind of strategy they use? At a big company, what kind of strategy they use? Those are experience together. You can build and open up your own business. Like for example, for me, I work in the US and Australia. I always work 110%. I use the other company as my own company to give all my all and make innovation improvement. So I earn a lot of like Employee of the Year and many awards because of that. I can learn a lot of experience and enhance it in my company right now. I always combine my computer science and finance as a synergy to create the application that Cambodia Shop is the first one that e-commerce platform that integrated with financial, that they can fill in the financial statement right out from Cambodia app and be able to apply loan from Cambodia Shop. So we are one of the first one that innovated and always a step ahead because we combine science, computer science and finance. That is my strength that I also would like to share with the student as well. Thank you.
I like to add a little bit.
Thank you very much,
I
Mom.
totally agree with Ratha that I would recommend he or she to expose herself to working in learning from other company or organizations. I like to share a little bit as my own experience because I actually pursue my master degree after I have been working for quite some time. So during my master degree, I find it that the same thing, the same topic or issue that I take up during my study back then, I could see more broad in more different angle than I was doing my job like some years ago. So it's really helped that the working experience could bring us to see in different view, different angle. I do talk with during that time I do have my peer, my other two student, my friend from as a Cambodian, also as they from other country, where they have less experience. They see only like a few angle, but I could see that I can see in terms of more angle. So I see a broad and overview all of it. It's really help. Somehow, I would say that not everyone need to work for others or work for organization to in order to become an entrepreneur or having our own business. He or she can start his own business if he or she actually have enough confidence to do so and have access themselves to see that they are actually have the suitable skill set that they can be on their own, because some people do have their own capacity. They are born with their own capacity. They are born with own competency. They are born with own talents, and they can be an entrepreneur and businessman right away. There is.
Yeah. I just would like to add on what Bong said too, because at the beginning we cannot find what we would like to do yet, and we don't have the experience. We need to go to find the work and we learn, or sometimes we have our own skill and talent already, but still we need to work a little bit to get more experience and also to develop our skill. When we have our skill set full and we confident, like Bong said, we can use our skill by employ ourselves, and then also we can get high profit to like no need to work for the other, and then they can start the business or by themselves. Like, example, like some people they don't go to school or something, but they have their own talent and skill. They sell product on Facebook and they make a video on YouTube, so they still can get a lot of profit and income for learning. Yeah, it depends on how we can.
If I may add more, I don't want to take a lot of time, but personally, I think regardless of working for another company, for other people, of creating your own company, it's about knowing yourself, what you're doing and what you're wanting to do, and keep learning. I mean that even you're working for someone else and one day you decide, okay, I get all I need to start my own. So during the journey, just make sure that you work for your own growth as well. You're not working for the growth of another company. Make it as your own. Put yourself in all the work that you're doing and learn from it.
I'd like to add another perspective, another view. I just like to share that throughout the life experience, working experience, business experience, I could see that not everyone can be an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Even though they want to.
Yes, I agree.
That's interesting. I
agree with that. Yes.
Not everyone's, but he. But also that being an entrepreneur or being own a business, being a leader or whatsoever can also be learned at the same time. Some people, they have skill set or they have talents to learn to become a businessman or an entrepreneur. Some people, even though they do not have that capacity to become one. So you have to assess yourself whether you are whether you are able to move to the next level in the goal or the goal that you want to. So you got to take back a little bit to reassess yourself.
That's right.
Yeah, thank you so much. That was quite a discussion. And that was from Sreno. I hope we answer your questions. You do get a wide variety of perspectives on whether or not you should start a business right after you graduate or pursue an MA first. I think just to recap a little bit from each perspective is that first you have to know yourself. Whether you can start a business or not, only you know that, right? So based on what it is that you want to start, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Do you feel you have the talent, the capacity, the expertise to start that type of business, right? So really get to know yourself first, understand your own strength, your own capability, and also don't forget about passion, right? Yeah. Don't think about opening a business because you feel that you're going to make so much money from it. Yeah. Ultimately, we want to make business. I mean, we want to make money from business. But if it's not a passion of ours, I promise you, as soon as the one obstacle comes through, you're going to want to give up.
Yeah, true.
So, Bangladesh, very, very highly educated, very successful businesswoman. Her advice is for you to first explore working for other people. But to your point, Bong, earlier about your 3E, one of them was to be able to engage, right? So I encourage everyone, probably along the same line as you, is that while you're attending school, you should not just be going to school. You should start exploring what industry, what kind of work you like, and you can do that easily by internship and by volunteering. Because then you will know, and you'll also know once you graduate if that's even what you wanted to go do, if you have a passion for that, do you have a capability to do that. So not necessarily having to, of course, go to work for somebody, but certainly gaining that experience from working for somebody or from volunteering or from internship. Any of those methods can help you to decide whether or not you should pursue a business right after you graduate or pursue a higher education after you graduate. But I will tell you, school is very theoretical.
Yes.
So you have to understand that it's a very theoretical studies, right? So if that's where you want to continue, great, right? But if you feel you should kind of step back a little bit and explore through work, through internship and things like that, I think we can all agree, go for it, right? Before you decide you want to pursue a higher education such as a master's degree after your bachelor's degree. So, okay, and then I have some other questions. I'd like Montida to answer this. In your perspective, this is from Moni. Thank you so much. In your perspective, what might be the factors that discourage majority of women to pursue their competencies in the field of top-level management career path?
Wow.
Wow. Okay, this is kind of tough question, but this is quite common. You know, if I'm sure we all have seen that in the management level or the top management level, we see less women and more of men. And I'm sure all of us are now working with men a lot rather than women, and we want to empower women to go up to that level. But there are challenges, there are obstacles. The social belief. For example, like in Cambodian society, the parents, the old generation usually say women should focus more on family, and leave the opportunity for men, which is not true. Okay, all those women have to take care of family. Women still have to, fight with all the obstacle challenges and then achieve your goals. And once you are in that high position, it's really important to empower other young women, or female women that you work with, telling them how potential they have, and then what can they be, and keep them, dream bigger, and then achieve their goals. So it's really important to fight all the challenges, the social belief, the family commitment, and probably your own personal kind of like thought and stereotype. But these women still have to go higher in the career ladder or be the top of business owners. Like some of our speakers here.
Yes, I agree to that. And let me just add a little bit. I think that majority of women, especially the younger ones, are very scared to take on leadership because there's this stigma that, like what you said, women are described as the woman at home. You have to, raise a family. You have to give birth, raise a family, stay at home, leave the working with a husband. But I feel like being in leadership, leadership knows no age. It doesn't know knows no age, knows no gender, and doesn't even know sexual orientation. Being in leadership is having the mindset to be able to lead, to inspire, and to touch other people's lives, and to be up there touching. Because it's really one thing to have an impact, and I think that gender or age doesn't affect that. So. Yeah, it's one thing to be a leader, but it's also another thing to be an effective leader. And gender shouldn't be an issue. Age, whatever.
I like a little bit from another perspective. I totally agree that we don't have to, as a woman, you can also motivate and empower yourself, encourage yourself to be a leader.
Yes.
But as a wife and a mother, you got to be balanced. Otherwise, you will have problem in the families. The stereotype or the social, the mindset, the view is still there. You can't go against it. You have to accept that situations. So you got to balance it out. In that case, it's quite challenging for women, I would say, for being like a senior position or leader outside a family, and also being like kind of a wife and a mother at home. Normally men, they would like to be, they like to be more superior than his wife. So you gotta accept that. So you can learn how to balance it out. You, as a wife, as a mother, you got to find ways to make your own family, your house as a home sweet home. That's important. So then, in that case, you will get the support from, especially the husband, your husband.
That's such an insightful message for us as single
Yeah.
ladies. Because I look forward myself to be a mother, how to manage my family in the future. But I could feel you because I saw my mom as growing up. She's working every day as a teacher. She has a very full schedule, but she could do housework and keep our home clean. And I got that inspiration from my mom. Like, she managed to go to market before the class started and then go teaching, and then during lunch break, like an hour, she could cook for us every day. But I could feel the same way that how I grow up in my family, seeing the balance and the equality between my dad and my mom. So I have that mindset. I don't really focus on gender. Wherever I'm going, I don't say you're a man, I'm a woman. We equal. Because I hang out with my male friend, and I have my own vision. It doesn't matter, okay, I want to grab a cocktail with you, just go with you. And I don't care whether you're a man or a woman, you're sitting with me, you're my friend.
Yeah.
And I think it's the same with leadership. We as a woman, we should not keep that mindset, that stereotype to question ourselves. What if I'm a woman? Can I be a leader? Of course, you can do better even.
Yes.
I can feel that woman, as you said, you know how to balance life between your career and your family. That said, you're better than men, because some men, they don't know how to manage their family when they're working. So of course, we should applaud to our
Appreciate
women.
them.
Yeah, I
Appreciate
think
ourselves. Yeah.
So that's what I'm feeling empowered from being born as a woman here.
One thing and I like to add is, you know, in that case, you will feel quite challenging. Feel as a woman, you feel very precious at workplace, at outside, and also family. You are doing many things, and you only have 2 hands.
Yeah, that we call 100 hand.
I would like to share. Because I also come across that. So the most important thing is don't pressure yourself. Just enjoy doing it. You put an aim that you want to balance it out, just go for it, enjoy. Then everything will be fine.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Yeah.
for that. Okay. We have 2 more questions. Actually, one from Sotani, just adding to this whole discussion. I'm not sure we have answered for her or not, but in regarding to some of the obstacles that women are facing in order to pursue the upper management level. Sotani, another of the audience had asked, adding to that question, what is your advice to keep the woman encouraged and motivated to pursue? So with all the obstacles that we face as female, what would you advise to help keep women motivated and encouraged to continue to pursue the leadership role if that's what they want?
I would say first thing is you got to understand our situation or yourself situation well, and accept the way situation is, and work from there. Think out what can you do about it. That's one of the points that I would like to share.
Thank you, and I think that's also very important to speak to our audience that are female, is that you will be able, believe in yourself, because you will be able to figure out what needs to be done. You know, some of us plan to be a mother, some of us doesn't plan to be a mother. Like, at a certain age, of course, we get married, hopefully we become a mother, but sometimes we don't plan. I got married this year, I'm going to plan to have a child next year, or I will plan to have a child in 3 years. Sometimes we don't plan that, but when it comes, we deal with it. So just knowing that whatever obstacles we face, know our own strength, that we can deal with it, you know, from all these obstacles that we faced. And for me, I think it's very important to be able to have that balance, because you can't be successful in the business and in your organization and not be happy at home.
Yeah.
And vice versa. So maybe Bangladesh can pitch in a little bit about being, you know, running your own business, actually a couple of businesses, and also managing home, right?
Okay.
What advice could you give? What advice would you give?
Actually, heard of the woman able to summarize in 3 points. Not all at the table, meaning that you need to be able to sit at the table when you do the meeting. Don't be afraid. If you want to become a leader, sit at the table.
Clean your table.
Right?
Yeah.
No. Come sit in the table, on the table, at the table. Yes. That's what I think that most important thing that you want to be a leader. Because for me, I'm one of the 2 women in the National Science, Technology and Innovation.
Wow.
The rest of them are men, right? So I'm advocating for science and technology because we are only 8% in the leader. 8% of the women are the top ranked leader in the country. So number 2, don't live before you live it. I hear AmCham mention about it already, that don't plan too far ahead about the kid, all those things. Let it be. Don't plan too far ahead. So which means that you already want to have kids, you already start taking responsibility. You start taking initiative. So then the guy, you start taking promotion because you think that, oh, I need to plan for my baby, for my wedding, or etc. So you know that pregnant will take time, 3 months or month, and 6 okay. So much year. To think about this way too early. When you get married, when child at home, when your child at home, your job have to be really good to go back, because it's very hard to leave the kid at home. So that's why you have to choose the career that inspire you, that challenge you every day, so that you can leave the kid behind and go pursue the career, right? Leave the kid, the caregiver. Don't stop before, don't leave before you leave it. When you're ready. Okay, number 3 is make your partner a real partner. We've been discussing that women do 3 times more than the man, right? But as a society, we put more pressure on the boy to succeed than we put on the girl. So we have to make it important as a job in the world to work inside the home for people, for both gender. If we are to succeed, right? To even think out and let the women stay in the workforce, because we still have the problem. Women are not making to the top position of any profession anywhere in the world. In our IT sector, like I mentioned before, it's only 8% of women are holding the leadership position. Therefore, we need our partner to help share the household responsibility so that the woman also can pursue her dream. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bong. I know we're past the 11 o'clock, but I also wanted to make sure that we get the questions from the audience answered. So maybe for the answer, if you can keep it as short as possible, but at least to be able to address the questions. From Barat, based on your experience, how to inspire your staff to think and implement as a business owner?
This should go to you.
Yes.
Business owner.
what I have done is the company culture. I have built the company culture. So we like to we set our value and culture in our company so that everyone actually align each others. And the staff themselves, they will assess themselves whether they actually align with that kind of culture. They're happy with the culture, they will like sharpen or engage more. But if they're not happy with the company culture, they will decide to leave. We'll see also, if we don't fit with others, then it's okay. Staff are moving on, they actually, because they have to pursue their own dream, their own goal. I would say that one of the action is the continue to build the company value and cultures, staff engagement, encourage, set an environment that a better working environment. People are happy to work and to have supporting each other. And the results, set the result, and the staff, they feel contributed, participated, and they feel accomplished those results together, either their own result or a joint result. Then those actually will keep the momentum of the team in the organization to move on.
Thank you so much. So just to recap that, in how to inspire your staff and have them think and implement as a business owner in your business is to build up the right company culture. And also going back to what you said earlier about aligning the company's value and goals to the personal value and goal. Because once you align, I think the staff will also be motivated that they're not only contributing to your business, but they're also contributing to their own personal goal. So making sure that that aligns is very important, and that goes back to the company culture as well. Thank you so much. And next is, in your own point of view, what are the potential traits do you think a good leader should have, regardless of the field? That's one. And then two, how can we encourage women to step up from where they are? So from your point of view, maybe I can go to say Mao. What traits do you think would be necessary to be a good leader?
Trait. Personal trait?
Yes, a trait. Personal trait, capability, personality. What's the one trait you think?
For me, I think for myself, I'm keep working with the responsibility 100% on my job. So no need people to push up what we are doing and show them what we can do, ask what we need. I mean, no need to sign anymore. So if you think that you can do more, just ask more. And try to not just keep silent and waiting other people to give you what you want, because now we have the same rights to work and to show your capacity. If you really think that you can do it well and you can contribute something new idea, just show up your idea and then take that opportunity to work for yourself. Also, for myself, I always keep honesty. Even I think that it's very important. Whatever what we are doing, I always honest with myself and to my company also. It's our own value. You need to set your own value. When they heard about you, what do you think, or what you want them to think about you? Example, when they think about me, Sri Mao, she's a one who create the e-commerce at Wing.
You build your own brand.
And then my brand, and then I start up from like a very small transaction, and now I can get a billion transaction for that. So that what my own value, and always I love sharing to my college what about my skill, and then they know me, I'm very friendly or something like that. So I think it's depend on your value.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very
It's a-
good. Very good.
It's a very interesting question. We're always torn between what kind of leader do we really want to take on? Do we
Yeah.
want to be a leader that's loved,
Yeah.
or do we want to be a leader that's being scared of?
Yeah.
So for me, I think what's very important, especially leading a team, leading multiple departments,
Yeah.
and I have some subordinates that's way older than me that have different multitude of experiences, over
Yeah.
40 years in the industry and so on. I feel like one important aspect for me to become a successful leader is to have the ability to to listen,
Yeah.
and to be open to communication. Because then, if you do not encourage them to speak up,
Yeah.
don't just listen just for you to respond. Listen to understand. Because if you do not encourage them to actually listen, you will not even realize what's going on. Like what are
Yeah.
the areas of opportunities, and it wouldn't encourage teamwork, and it wouldn't encourage teamwork, and so your team would also feel like they're oppressed, because to begin with,
Yeah.
they're scared of you. So if we could have this trait, it's very simple, yet sometimes it's the simple things that we tend to oversee. So it's as simple as listening and being open to communication. I think is one of the major aspects that every leader should possess.
Yeah, especially we build like what Bong said, the environment of our
Yes.
work to be like the family, so we can chit chat and talk together, and then so our team they don't afraid coming to talk what they want, and and normally for me, they think that I'm very soft leader. We can say soft leader, but I think that why we cannot. We need to be choose like make our team too afraid of and become a leader. You want just to be a leader just today, and then after work they saw you at the market, they don't want to see you or what. So we can choose by ourselves. So for me, one thing that I lead my team is that I want to get the result. My company give me the result to success it. I have my own strategy, whether I use the soft skill, soft leadership to motivate my team, but I can get success on my target. So what is the issue? So I choose to be a soft leader. Yeah.
Thank you so much. So what I'm hearing is that to be what are some traits for a good leader is to be accountable.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then also take the initiative, right, to speak up,
Yeah.
to ask for more responsibilities when you're ready,
Yeah.
and also be open and honest, especially with yourself.
Yeah.
And that once you become open and honest with yourself, you will allow your team to also be open and honest with you. So that's a really great traits for to becoming a leader.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so we still have some questions, and I want to make sure that we answer for our guests. What is the challenge of yourself in the name of leader woman for job, family, or society or community? So many challenges, but maybe one challenge we can share. What's the challenge you're facing as a leader, as a woman leader, right? Either in your job or a family, in society, or in the community?
I would say in the societies, as the stereotype society, we will perceive that women should stay home, take care of family. That is the main the obstacle. So how, as I said earlier, to balancing it out, being a capable and successful leader outside home, and also how to deal coming at home as being a wife and a mother, a lovely wife and mother. I would put this way.
Lovely wife, yes.
So you have to act differently at home. That is the you have to balance it out between the outside and the home. Yeah.
What is the coping mechanism that any one of us are using to deal with the challenges that we're facing as women? You've mentioned meditation as one of the coping mechanisms.
Yeah.
How about you, Tida?
I would say, the support from the family
Exactly.
and from friends and
Yeah.
people you work with, will be able to help you overcome any challenges.
True.
That's really important, and I do agree. We do have different coping mechanisms. Others cope by simply going out, travel.
Yeah.
Other cope by simply like expressing themselves to their close relatives, or other cope by simply doing yoga or whatever they feel like is good for them. So I think it's really important as well that being a professional and leader in our fields, I feel like it's really important to build that inner circle of confidence.
Yeah.
I feel like it's important that you build your own career board of directors who can tell you things as it is, and who can also tap you at the back when things are not going right.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much for all these wonderful questions. I hope we were able to answer your questions here. And I wanted to just wrap up now. We are actually 16 minutes past 11, the time that we have set for ourselves. So it's so wonderful that we're able to have this discussion. Even some of our audience have acknowledged just how valuable this topic is for them. Again, I wanted to say thank you so much, ladies, for coming, and to Bong Rata. Thank you so much for your input. It's hard for us when we're doing a hybrid setup like this, but I wanted to make sure that is there any last comment or advice that you would like to give, Bong? Because I understand that you also have to take off right now.
Yeah, thank you, Kim. So my last advice is that pursue something that you love, so that you can be passionate at doing it, so you don't feel like, oh, you go to work, but going to work to gain experience, and you're willing to work long hours because you're doing what you're passionate about. And I'm also, so definitely I would encourage young female students to take on the STEM as a career, right? Because we need more people study STEM, because if we don't study, because the future will be code, it's computer science. So it's AI, technology, digital economy, all those. If we don't study the technology, learning the science, we will be consumer rather than the creator. So I would encourage women go into the STEM, because don't think that STEM is for men. It's also for women. So my generation may not be able to see 50% women at the top, but I'm hopeful that the future generation can. And I think our world, if half our country and half our company are run by women, there would be a better world, right?
I think.
I have two children. I have a 7 years old and a 4 years old daughter. And I want my son to have a choice to freely contribute to the workforce or at home. And I want my daughter to not always sit, but to be liked for her accomplishment. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bong, for that. That was a great wrap up for this topic for us. So again, thank you to all the audience who are tuning in and staying with us all the way through the show. Again, I want to say thank you to our sponsors, to Adam, for this beautiful setup that we are having the live webinar. So the Adam offers many services, including day passes, meeting and event space rental. So to get in touch with them if you're looking for these services. And then Mango Tango Asia. You guys don't get to see them in the background, but there's quite a few of them, super amazing, making sure that this hybrid live webinar is going smoothly with all the technical support. And then, of course, the Courtyard Marriott Phnom Penh, who has been most courteous this morning to bring us our pastry to make sure that we have enough energy to speak for this hour and a half show today. Last but not least, like I said, thank you so much for tuning in today, and have a wonderful day, wonderful rest of the day. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.